Hi, I'm Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us for week number 48 of Live with Annie. Can you believe that we've almost made it through a full year of weekly lives? The time has really gone by quickly. We have really enjoyed spending time with you each week and hope that you too have enjoyed the episodes and picked up some good tips and techniques as well as inspiration for new projects. We'd love it if you'd leave us a comment to let you know what you've enjoyed and what you think about us continuing these weekly lives going forward. We'd love to hear your thoughts and any ideas you might have for future episodes. Tell us what you liked and what didn't work so well. We'll be making plans for next year soon, so really appreciate your input. I hope that everyone in the U.S. at least had an enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday. We closed ByAnnie last Thursday and Friday so that all of our team could enjoy the holidays with family and friends. Our weather has been absolutely delightful, and I thoroughly enjoyed lots of outdoor times with my grandsons. It was perfect weather for hiking and digging in the dirt. We all returned to work on Monday and have been extra busy getting caught up. As you can imagine, our Fall 25 sale, which ran from November 24th to 30th, resulted in lots and lots of orders, so it's going to take us a while to get through them all. If you placed an order since last Wednesday, please be aware that it might take a little longer than usual to get it off to you. But we've got all hands on deck and are working hard to get orders out and emails answered. We really appreciate your patience and support. Last week, we presented our monthly Tips, Tricks, and Techniques episode. We talked about how to attach the hardware on Backseat Babysitter and discussed the magic of Wonder Clips. To thank everyone for joining us, we had a fun giveaway, which included the Backseat Babysitter pattern, a 1-yard package of Soft and Stable, and the hardware for the straps. The lucky winner was, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but I'll do my best, Dissy Lyons, D-Y-S-Y Lyons. Dissy, we can't wait to see your finished Backseat Babysitter, so please be sure to share pictures with us. Happy stitching. I need a drink of water. Was telling me my shirt's all crooked. How is it now? Better? All right. I've been helping in the warehouse this morning. I packed orders, or didn't pack them. Well, I did. I shipped some rolls of Soft and Stable, and I pulled orders, and boy, the morning went fast. I wanted to look and see how many steps I have. 8,035, which is pretty good for me for this time of day. So yeah, it was a busy day and lots of fun. Today we're going to talk about gifts because the holidays are just around the corner, so many of us are in full gift selection mode. I really love giving handmade gifts, and it's always fun to pick the perfect pattern and fabric for someone special. As I sew, I think of the person for whom I'm making the gift the entire time I'm cutting and sewing, so I always feel like it's an extra gift to me as well. So today I'm going to share some ideas for easy-to-make gifts. I've got a dozen projects picked out, and I've tried to pick models that show a variety of fabrics so you can see how they'll work for gifts for men, women, or children. All of these are versatile projects that are quick to make and use a minimum of supplies. We won't focus much on techniques today, but if you've got any questions, be sure to post those in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them at the end. The first one that I want to talk about is the All Aboard Train Case. So this pattern includes instructions for cases in 3 sizes. They are perfect for anyone who travels or who just needs a way to store and organize stuff. You can use them to carry cosmetics, jewelry, first aid supplies, toys and games, tech gear, and more. The larger case is perfect for extended vacations, and the smaller cases are great for weekend getaways. I especially love that the cases nest inside each other when they're empty for compact storage. There are so many ways that you can use these. On this small case, I'm going to move it over here so we can get a picture of it. So this is the small case. I've got a bunch of fold-over elastic in here. And even outside of the package, it's a great way to store that and keep that all organized and in one place. In this medium case, I've put some empty hardware cases and organized all the letters that I use on my little message board. But as you can see, it would also be a perfect place for storing ByAnnie hardware. The large case is just the right size for cones of thread, which is what I've got in here, plus some fabric. I also had room to put my pressing ham. So it's got a lot of room to hold all kinds of stuff. I almost think you could probably put a small iron in here or everything you need for your sewing project. So each of the cases has a double slide zipper that, as you can see, opens all the way around and gives you full access to everything on the inside. On the interior, there are also two mesh pockets that are bound with fold-over elastic, one that's on the lid and another that's on the back strip. And I'm going to grab one that doesn't have stuff in it to show you the base of each of these. So there's also a base stabilizer in each one, or you can put a base stabilizer in each one. So there's a fabric sleeve in the bottom. So the way you want to do that is turn your bag inside out, insert your stabilizer into the sleeve, and then turn your bag right side out. So these cases use just small amounts of fabric, mesh, fold-over elastic, and soft and stable, so they're really perfect for using fabrics from your stash and leftovers from other projects. We made this set using quilted fabric that was left over from a set of travel bags that we made. So it's really great to have coordinating bags that we can put in our travel bags that all match. On the inside of these, we used different colors of mesh and fold-over elastic, so you can see the variety of colors that we did. Great for using up leftovers of any of those. And one thing that we did on these that I thought was really fun is we even mixed up the zipper tape. So on here we've got a purple and green zipper tape. On this one, probably raspberry and emerald. And on this one, looks like lipstick and pumpkin. I've got my names right. So lots of fun and lots of ways to use leftover things. All right, let me put this back over here, and I want to show you this set. So depending on the fabric that you use, these cases are going to be great for anyone, a man, a woman, or even a child. We made this set from a fun fabric from Dear Stella that features a camping theme. So we've got RVs and trailers on here. We've got animals in the woods and all kinds of outdoor life. So lots of fun things that you do, and you know, that could really appeal to maybe someone with a more masculine idea. This set we made using a really beautiful combination of batik fabrics. And as you can see, just by varying the fabrics, you can really get a different look. If you have never made all aboard before, I would suggest that you start with the large or the medium case. Both of those have a zipper strip that is sewn in between two quilted fabric strips, and then the quilted fabric is attached to the top or the bottom of the bag. On the small case, there's only one piece of fabric attached to the zipper, so the top of the zipper is attached directly to the lid. Zipper tape doesn't have quite the same stretch as a piece of quilted fabric does, so that's going to make it a little bit more challenging, but it's still very doable. If you wanted to customize it, you could always add a strip at the top and then just make your back strip a little bit taller, so that's an option too. I really want to update this pattern and film an add-on video for it one day soon, and when we do, we will probably change the pattern so that all three sizes have that fabric strip on each side of the zipper. So if you have any other suggestions for changes that you'd recommend, let us know in the comments. We always love hearing those. So that again was all aboard. The next one I want to show is called All Bottled Up. We're working in alphabetical order today, so we'll get through the A's here. So this is another great pattern, and one really nice thing about this one is it doesn't require any quilting. It's perfect for anyone who uses essential oils or nail polish, or who needs to carry an assortment of pill bottles. So these are just softly padded zippered bags. They have a loop handle on one end and a zippered top. And inside, can you see that, Jake? Yeah. Inside there are mesh dividers that are bound with fold-over elastic, and you can use them to separate and protect essential oils, which I have in this side, or nail polish, which I have in this side. And this is designed for bottles that measure like 5 to 15 milliliters and are about 3.5 inches tall. I wanted to show you on this small one what those little divisions look like inside. So I'll turn it inside out so you can see. So you've got just little short pieces of mesh that you've bound top and bottom with fold-over elastic. They're attached to the body of the bag, and then they enable you to put a good variety of bottles on the inside. So on this one that I put mostly nail polish in, you can see that there's a wide variety of bottles that fit in here. So we've got big square ones, round ones, little tiny fat ones, just all different sizes, but the mesh and the fold-over elastic really stretch to hold those. Note that if you want to carry larger bottles like pill bottles, you might need to modify the pattern or the way the divisions are measured and attached to make those fit. And there's also room in between those that you can put things on the inside. So we put a nail file in here. You could even, depending on the bottles, put an extra row of bottles on the inside. So again, the pattern includes 3 sizes. The small one, which has mesh dividers for 6 bottles. The medium one has dividers for 10 bottles, and the large one has dividers for 14 bottles. If you wanted to, you could also skip the mesh and the inner dividers and just use them to carry cosmetics. You could use them for pens and pencils, school supplies, all kinds of different things, ways that you can use these. We think that all bottled up cases are really pretty and practical, and they're quick and easy to make, so they really make great gifts. All right, I'm going to set these back over here. I'll zip these up so I keep my table looking a little nicer. Grab a drink of water or drink a Coke. All right, for those of you who are just joining us today, we're talking about easy gift ideas. I've got a dozen quick and easy projects to show, all of which take a minimum of fabric and supplies. These versatile projects are perfect for men, women, and children. We just showed the all aboard train cases and all bottled up. Next up is Clam Up, which is our most popular pattern, one of our most popular patterns. So Clam Up bags are a perennial favorite for gifts. I think it's because they're so fun and easy to make, and they use just a small amount of supplies. So the pattern includes instructions for bags in 5 sizes. This is the extra large. Then we have the large, the medium, the small, and the extra small. So a wide variety of sizes that you can make. They're perfect for carrying and storing makeup, sewing supplies, tech gear, and more. They have double slide zippers and handy grab tabs that make them really easy to open wide. And as you can see, they open really wide so you can really see what's inside. There are side panels attached on each side that keep things inside from falling out, and you can also add a little optional strap with a swivel hook to any of the cases so you could clip it onto your purse. And as you can see, when they're empty, the cases nest inside each other to save space. I think these make a really fun gift because you can put them all inside each other, and someone thinks, oh, she made me a bag, and then they open it, oh, she made me 2 bags, and by the time they get done, they're blown away with all of the fun. So here's another fun set, and the pattern includes complete instructions for making the bags either with quilting or without quilting. And if you don't do the quilting, it also includes instructions for using an iron-on laminate such as slicker so that you can wipe the inside clean. So on this set we did some of each. So we made the smallest, the largest, and the medium one, all using quilted fabric, in which case we have just quilted fabric on the inside. And then on the other two sizes, the small and the large in this case, we skipped the quilting and we added slicker on the inside. So the pattern includes instructions for doing that. It also includes complete instructions for making the zippers for these using zippers by the yard. And you will really love how easy it is to install the zipper and finish these bags. Here are a couple of tips. Again, as we said earlier, and as we've often said, the larger bags are always easier to make than the smaller ones. So if you're new to the pattern, I would recommend making either the large or the extra large. Don't start for sure on the smallest one. This one wouldn't be too bad either, but save this one until you've made a couple. It's just always a little more difficult because you don't have as much space to work when you're making the really small ones. I also have found that the pattern says you can make this with a single slide or a double slide zipper. I always find it much easier to make it with a double slide zipper, but you could use a single slide if you want. But if you're new to it, I would recommend using a double slide. That enables you to keep it zipped shut so that your zipper's closed on both ends. Just makes it a little easier to do. So that's a fun set. Here's another set that we did, and like most of the other projects that we're showing today, Clam Up is really great for using fabric left over from other projects. And I want it to kind of show you the templates so that you get an idea. So if you're making the extra small, this is the size of a piece of fabric that you would need. So it really, usually on ByAnnie patterns, we always have you quilt a large piece and then you've got leftovers. So you often can get a little clam up out of it. Here's the small, the medium, the large. Even that's not all that big. And I didn't put the pieces together for the extra large, but you can see kind of how the sizes change. Your extra large is going to be another inch or so bigger out here. But fun to do. One of my favorite possessions is this little clam up that was gifted to me by Kim at Kim's Sewing when I taught at her store in Australia in 2018. I love that she used an Australian fabric with koalas and kookaburras and plants and stuff that mean Australia to me, and it always gives me really fond memories of that trip. So what I use this bag for is to hold the power converters that I needed when I took my phone and laptop and stuff there, my leftover money, all of that. So it's ready to go the next time I go to visit Australia. I have another bag similarly designed with my European money and my European converter. And then I have a third one that I take when I travel in the US that I put an extra charger, my earbuds, and a little bit of spare change and stuff in there. So if you're looking for an idea for anybody, a teacher or a neighbor, you just can't go wrong with a little clam up. There are so many ways that you can use those bags. All right, let's move on now to cosmetic clutches. This is another great pattern for organizing all sorts of supplies. And this is not one that we talk about a lot, so this might be new to some of you. These are really quick and easy to make, and again, these come in 3 sizes, and they open wide for easy access to all your supplies. Our lights just went out again. Should I? Huh.
You can keep going and I'll
Okay. Jake's going to see if he can figure out what's happening that's causing our lights to go out today. All right, so these, as you can see, open really wide. They're very similar to open wide, but rather than having a zipper at the top, these have hidden magnets that are sewn into the top so they quickly snap shut when you store them. You can slip these inside your suitcase, or you could even use them on the vanity to save space. They're perfect for makeup, toiletries, but they could also be used for chargers and cords, toys, sewing supplies, and more. So again, this is called cosmetic clutches, made in a similar way as open wide, but rather than having a zipper at the top, it's got the magnets. And again, 3 sizes that nest inside each other for easy storage. All right, next on my list is Ditty Bags. This is another fun pattern that's great for lots and lots of uses. And if you make it in fabric that suits the recipient, these zippered bags would make a great gift for anyone. So the bags have a zippered opening at the top, they have a side loop handle, and they have a border that embellishes the front. And again, they come in 3 sizes. And each of them is designed in the same way. So we use soft and stable in these to give them really good body and stability. And if you like, you can also add a clear vinyl lining on the inside to make a wipe clean bag. Ditty bags are made with just 1 piece of fabric that wraps all the way around to make the top, the front, the bottom, and the back of the bag. So you may need to make adjustments if you're using directional fabrics. You can see that on this bag, we used a bag that has ravens on it, and we didn't make any adjustments. So our ravens are upside down on the back, which doesn't really bother me, but if that's something that would bother you, watch our video for using directional fabrics and piece your fabric before you begin quilting and assembling the bag. So we've got lots and lots of stuff going on. Our lights are just going back and forth. Should I stop, or are we figuring it out?
Well, I think they can still see semi-okay.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
All right. So I was saying that as with a lot of the bags that we're showing today, these come in 3 sizes. So again, we've got small, medium, and large. I really like the small one for carrying the things in my purse that are most important, like some lipstick, you know, my whatever I want to keep really handy. This is small enough that it's going to fit in most any purse or bag. The medium one would fit into a larger purse or a tote bag, and again, you can see you could carry a lot of stuff in there. And the largest one holds a ton of stuff. You can put hairbrushes in there, bottles. You know, it's perfect if you've got a lot that you want to carry. You could put this in a diaper bag to organize clothes and diapers and wipes and things. Or if you made this in a more masculine fabric, it would make a really great guy's toiletry bag. So again, this is Ditty Bags, and 3 sizes, and lots of fun to make. All right, let's move on now to double zip gear bag. And this is another one that is really great as a guy's toiletry bag. And just like the others that we've shown, this pattern includes instructions for 3 sizes. So we've got a large, a medium, and a small. So these are perfect for anybody who wants to stay well groomed and organized. They're perfect for toiletries, electronic gear. The large one is great for carrying shoes and socks in a suitcase. So many ways you can use them. As you can see, they've got a double zippered top that opens really easily for full access to everything that's inside. There are on the outside 2 exterior pockets. So there's one made out of mesh, one made out of quilted fabric, and then on the inside we also have 2 mesh pockets that are divided and have fold over elastic, so you can organize things on the inside with that. On the end, you can use the zipper that's attached to that as a handle, but there's also another little handle here that you can use to carry it. When we made the original version of this, my grandson was just tiny, and he got all the prototypes that we had made, and they were perfect. In fact, when I was there over Thanksgiving, I noticed he still uses them to hold his blocks, his cars, his train tracks, and all of those things. And even when he was tiny, he was able to grab hold of this and open and close the zippers, and he really loved being able to carry the bags around. So I think double zip gear bag would make a great gift for anyone. And don't forget that the pattern for this one includes a coupon for a free add-on video that's going to help you with any of the more challenging or unique parts. The other great thing about these is how they nest inside each other when they're not in use. So if somebody's going to use these for travel, they can keep them packed away, not take a lot of room, and then organize their suitcase when they're ready to go. All right, the next project I want to show you is a really perfect one for kids of all ages. And I'm going to grab one quick drink before I go. This pattern is called Fetch Your Sketch. And the pattern makes a really great on-the-go art tote, so kids can color and draw wherever they go. I'm going to get this one out of the way and we'll focus on this one first. So when you open it, you'll see that on the inside there are 3 zippered pockets made out of 2 made out of vinyl, 1 made out of mesh with fold-over elastic on the top, and then there are other pockets here, larger pockets that you can put a coloring book or a drawing pad or up to 9 by 12 inside. This divider is made out of chalkboard fabric, and you can use the bistro style markers or chalk to mark and draw on it, so lots of fun for kids to do that. Note that this pattern was written before we knew about fold over elastic, so the pattern tells you to use, I think, 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch elastic to bind the top of these pockets. If you make it now, I would recommend using fold over elastic to bind those. It makes it so much easier, and it's going to look better when you're done too. So here is another example of that, and this is one that we made using more adult looking fabrics, so it would make a great art portfolio that any artist would love. And as you can see, the bag closes with a magnetic snap. It's got handles, and it also has the option of an adjustable carrying strap. When we designed it, I consulted with my daughter-in-law who worked a lot with kids, and she said, make sure you put a handle on it so that the kids can carry it and mom doesn't have to pack everything around. So we did do that, but I know if you're in a hurry and you want to save some time, you could easily skip those and just put the handles on and make it a little bit quicker and easier to make. So that again is called Fetch Your Sketch, and it uses chalkboard fabric for the inside as well as mesh and vinyl. All right, next on my list is Glo and Go. And I've got several variations of that to show. Maybe only 2. I thought I had 3. Oh, this is the Michael Miller. And I have that. Do I have just 2? Oh, the black and white one. Oh, here it is. With company and Thanksgiving last week, I didn't get as much time to work on this as I normally do, so it's kind of coming together here at the end today. But this is another great project that's great for artists, whether they're painting pictures or painting faces. And we use it, if you want to use it for art supplies, you can put in paintbrushes and colored pencils, markers, or you can use it as we did this one to carry makeup brushes, tools, toiletries, all those types of things. So the pattern has two different projects in it. A fold-up wrapping, a wrap that has a strap closure, and also a bag. And the wrap opens to have a mesh pocket with fold-over elastic on the inside. It's got a vinyl sleeve that you can use to put down over everything so that everything doesn't get your bag dirty, and it makes it really easy to carry all your essentials. The pattern also includes an easy-to-make bag, and again, you can put fold-over elastic on the inside of this if you choose, so that you can make that wipe clean. What did I call it? I'm losing it today. All right, so yes, an iron-on laminate on the inside of this so that you can make it wipe clean too. So this one is one that we made to carry art supplies, but it'd be great for makeup too. Here's one that we made with makeup in it, and for this one we used a really beautiful canvas on the outside, and rather than putting slicker on the inside, we used a laminated fabric, so that makes it easy to wipe clean too. Again, as you can see, we've got mesh pockets on the inside that makes it easy to see everything that's inside, and we've sewn divisions in here, all of which can be customized to suit your needs. This pattern also has an add-on video, and it describes what you need to consider when you're working on that. When you're done using everything inside, you just fold it up and you use the strap to close it. And we've put a 1-inch slider on the strap that allows you to close it, and it moves. It's not fastened down tight, so the more you add, it allows you the bag to expand as you close it. So one thing to know about this little zippered bag is that it's really super and easy to make, and you use just one side of a 30-inch double slide zipper. You also use just half of a 1/4 yard of fabric. So I always recommend that you use one zipper, you get a 1/4 yard of fabric, and you make 2 bags. That way you've got one for your set, and you've got an extra on hand that you can use for a gift. And as you can see, we've picked lots of different fabrics on here. Depending on the fabric you make, this could be perfect for a guy. So this is a fun fabric that has cars on it, and it's great for men to use for their toiletries too. You can put deodorant, a razor, hand cream, any of the things that they need in here as well. So great for men, women, or kids. Lots of ways to use that. And that pattern is called Glo and Go. All right, boy, I am thirsty today. For those of you who are just joining us today, we're talking about gift ideas, and we're showcasing a dozen different ByAnnie projects to make. We've covered a variety of projects for children or adults, including a fun art portfolio and all sorts of bags. The next project I want to show is called Grab Some Grub, and it makes a great gift for anyone who carries a lunch to school or work, or someone who enjoys going on a picnic. And I've got 2 different styles of that bag to show you. So this roomy bag is going to carry all the makings for a hearty lunch. Can you see inside there okay, Jake? Mm-hmm. There's a mesh pocket on the inside that you can use to hold an ice pack. You can put your utensils, napkins, and more in there. And then on the outside, you have the option of putting on a chalkboard border. And you've got a see-through pocket on the back so that you can put your ID in there, or you can write a fun note to somebody. On this one, rather than using the chalkboard fabric, we did a fabric border. So you can do either one, whichever you choose. There's a padded grab handle at the top, and there are 2 styles of closures that make the bag really easy to use. So on this bag, we used a side release buckle to close it, and on this one we used a swivel hook and a D-ring. The pattern includes complete instructions for using either one of those. The pattern also includes for making the bag with quilted fabric, as we did on this bag, or to make it without quilting, as we did on this one. So if you want to add iron-on laminate to the inside so that you can wipe it clean, we recommend that you make the non-quilted version. And again, like all the bags we're showing today, we used ByAnnie Soft and Stable in them to give them really good stability, and also it provides some insulation and ensures that these are going to last and wear a long time. So that again is Grab Some Grub 2.0. Jake's getting his exercise with these lights today. All right, the next one I want to take a look at is called iCases. And again, we've got a variety of bags here to show you. So these stylish clutches will carry an iPad, in the larger one, an iPad mini or a Kindle or a small tablet, whatever you have, any of your electronic gadgets comfortably and safely. Each of the cases features a fold-over flap that has a hook and loop closure. And there's a border on each flap that is mostly made to hide the stitching lines that are done when you attach the hook and loop, but they also add some interest, and they're a great place to embellish with a brand tag or some embroidery if you want it to embroider somebody's name on there. Lots of ways that you can make that personalized for them. On the back of each of them, there is a zippered pocket. Let's show the small one here. That is a good place to put your charger cord or other personal items. And we designed this pattern long time ago, basically when we first came out with Soft and Stable, as a way to show how easy it would be to make a project using Soft and Stable without quilting. So the Soft and Stable really gives it great body and stability, and it also provides good padded protection and cushioning for your electronic gear. So the pattern includes two sizes, a small and a large. The small is great for an iPad mini or an e-reader, and the large is designed for a regular sized iPad. Keep in mind, though, that sizes of devices change often, and this pattern has been designed several years ago, so make sure you compare the measurements of your particular device before you cut and sew. It wouldn't be hard to make it a little bit wider, a little bit taller, so that it fits one that's maybe a little bit bigger. Note, too, that we designed these to put in a naked device or one that just has a simple hard case. So if your case for it has a keyboard or is very substantial, make sure that you check the dimensions against the size of the pattern and adjust the height as needed. Sometimes you can get by with just even moving the Velcro and making it and gaining a little height there. So the pattern gives some tips on doing that, and these are just really fun. And as you can see, this fun fabric from Tim Holtz would make a great one that anybody would love, guys or girls. All right, we also made this set using some plush minky to make the bodies. We used a regular cotton fabric for the border and the bindings, but using the minky for the bottom makes it really soft and a great way to protect a tablet or other electronic device. So again, here's the small and the large made with the plush fabric. And again, that pattern is called iCases. All right, next on our list is Just In Case. And let's put that one aside and talk about this one. So this pattern is one of my go-to patterns for gift giving, and I find this an especially good one to gift to guys. So you can fill it up with useful things for the car or make it for them to throw in their gym bag. And these are just handy folding organizers that can be made in two sizes. So we've got small and large. Inside each of them, there are two pockets that are zippered, one made out of vinyl, one made out of mesh, and then on the small case, there's an extra little mesh pocket that's added inside. So each of those pockets has a zipper closure, and then they're designed so that they close with a magnetic snap. So you've got a little facing that extends the top, or covers that at the top, and a border that you've added on the outside, and both of those are made so that you can hide that magnet in there. So here's one of the ways that I like to use these. So the small one is just the right size to fit in a glove box, and we've filled this one with first aid and emergency items. So we've got headache medications, Band-Aids, Neosporin, a flashlight, all the things that you want to have in the car nice and handy should you need them. But it would also make a great organizer for any kind of supplies, or a great purse organizer too. So you could put sewing supplies in it, cosmetics, you could even put office supplies in here if you wanted. The large case we've got filled with maps, a notepad, pens, a tire gauge. There's just all kinds of things that you can put it in there. And again, it's sized small enough to fit in a glove box or under a car seat. So if you are thinking about making these and want some ideas of things that you could include inside, be sure to check out the product page for Just In Case at our website, ByAnnie.com. We have a long list of possible items that you can put in just in case. All right. I think we're down to one last project. So this is Open Wide. And these bags are great, quick and fun to make, perfect for a gift for anyone on your list. And as always, the pattern includes instructions for 3 sizes. Well, not as always, but as common, 3 different sizes. This pattern also includes an add-on video that's going to help you with the bags. On top of each one, there is an easy-to-install zippered top, and that enables you to really open the bag wide so you have full access to everything inside. We've added a little strap on the side so that when this bag is zipped shut, you can stick the zipper inside there and it's not hanging out. It keeps everything nice and neat looking. There's a binding on the top of the zipper that finishes that edge. It also comes around to make a little grab handle on this side. And then when the bag is closed, again, you can tuck it in the bottom. Inside the bag are mesh pockets that are bound with fold-over elastic that are great for keeping everything organized and easy to view. And again, we use soft and stable so that these bags really stand up and hold their shape. And if they get dirty, it's easy to throw them in the washer and dryer and get them clean again. So that is a set that we made using some beautiful batik fabrics from Island Batik. Here's another set that we made using some fun fabrics from Allison Glass at Andover. So you can see how just varying the fabrics gives you a really different look. And if you're looking for a quick gift, you can make just one. If you want a little more complete gift, you can make all 3. It's up to you whether you know how many you make. I really like making these when I have leftover quilted fabric after I've made projects and just having them on hand for gifts, because it's great if you need a teacher's gift or a neighbor's gift or a hostess gift to just be able to grab one off the shelf and you're set to go. And who wouldn't love a cute little bag like this to carry their cosmetics or their tech gear or any other supplies? So I hope you enjoyed seeing these 12 easy projects. Remember that all of them can be made fairly quickly with a minimum of supplies, so they make really great gifts. And depending on the fabrics you choose, most would be suitable for men or women, boys or girls. We'd love to see what you make, so be sure to share pictures with us. And don't forget that you can win a $50 shopping spree if you enter them in our monthly photo contest. To do that, just go to ByAnnie.com and click on the tab that says Photo Contest/Gallery that's on the top menu bar. We got an email from Brooke this morning saying it's time to vote again, so these months come around really, really quickly. When you do that, you'll just click on that and you'll see all the information there about how to submit your photos to the contest. You'll also be able to see photos that have been submitted in prior contests, so it's a great way to get some inspiration. All right, Trevor has just one question up here, so that's great. Do you know any base stabilizer alternatives that are waterproof? So the base stabilizers that we sell for some of our patterns are made out of acrylic. And when we first started doing them, I just went to my local glass shop and asked them to cut them for us. So that's an option of something that you could do. The The one that we used in the all aboard were made out of Plascolite, which is a corrugated plastic. It's not really waterproof, but actually, I think it probably would be waterproof. It's not made out of cardboard. It's a plastic, so I have never tried immersing it in water, but they're easy to remove when you wash it. If you're looking for something else, I know people have used old cutting mats and cut those up, and I would think those would be waterproof. People have used needlepoint canvas, the plastic one. To me, that wouldn't be as strong as probably what I'd want. I've seen people take the cutting boards that are the cutting sheets that are kind of the plasticky and use those as base stabilizer. Again, I don't think they'd be as strong as I want. But if anybody else has any ideas for things that they've used that might be more waterproof, please leave us a note in the comments, because yeah, those are the alternatives that I've used and have worked well for me. So again, we want to thank everyone for joining us and for all your support over the past year. We really appreciate everything that you do. We did mention last week that we're going to have some holiday closures this month, so I want to remind everybody about that so that you can be prepared if you're wanting to do some sewing towards the end of the year. We're going to thank our staff for all their hard work for the past year and give everyone an extra week off. So we will be closed from December 24th through January 2nd. During that time, you'll still be able to access the website. You'll be able to watch your add-on videos. You can place orders. Just know that we won't be here to fill orders. We also won't be here to answer phone calls or emails. So if you've got questions, try and get them to us before that time. And as always, we recommend that you check with your local quilt shop for supplies or place your orders with us early, because we will be closed for that entire week. All right, let's move on now to our featured local quilt shop of the week. This is one of our favorite events each year. We host the contest in February, and during that time we encourage people to vote for their favorite local quilt shop and tell us a little bit about what makes them so special. And then to continue the fun and support throughout the year, each week we try to highlight a store and some of their voter submissions. So this week we are going all the way to Europe to feature Quilt Passion in Svalöv, Sweden. This wonderful little shop is owned and operated by our friend Åsa, a longtime ByAnnie customer. Åsa was one of our very first customers to offer the ByAnnie Let's Get Organized Project of the Month program, which we ran for several years. Åsa introduced hundreds of people throughout Europe to ByAnnie products through that program, and she continues to educate customers with videos for ByAnnie projects on YouTube and through her Facebook page and Instagram. I have seen more than one comment on social media from someone who said they watched one of Åsa's videos to learn about a ByAnnie project. They said they couldn't understand the Swedish, but seeing her step-by-step photos was helpful nonetheless. Jake and I had the pleasure of visiting Sweden and teaching classes at Quilt Passion in 2019. It was such a delight to meet all of Åsa's wonderful customers. Åsa moved her shop to the center of the small town where we held the classes recently, and she says that business is booming. She continues to be a strong supporter of ByAnnie, and she carries a great selection of ByAnnie products, as well as EPP patterns and more. I've got to have another drink. Åsa loves the color pink, and she recently redecorated her home sewing space. I especially enjoyed seeing how she customized her undercover sewing machine cover to fit her machine and table. You may also remember seeing her beautiful pink projects in our Sew Pink blog hop. Åsa put together some fun pink peacekeeper kits, and then she donated proceeds to the Swedish Breast Cancer Society. Together, Åsa and her supporters raised over $1,600 for breast cancer research. Quilt Passion always receives lots of votes in our local quilt shop contest, and her customers rave about the great selection and how helpful and welcoming Åsa, Anna-Lee, and the rest of her team are. Dominika wrote, "Apart from the excellent personal customer service and offering a special online pattern club, the shop owner always greets her customers by first name. So if you don't know her yet, she will make the effort to memorize your name so that you will feel extra welcome." Halevi said, "The owner is one of the most creative persons I know of, and she has a true passion for what she is doing." Marie Sophie wrote, "It's the first, if not only, EPP-focused shop in the country. OSA is very accessible for questions and custom orders and has a high social media presence which provides a little of the well-missed in-the-shop experience during isolation. Her live demos at the craft fair made me buy my first ByAnnie patterns. The shop also has the breadth of neighboring crafts such as fabric-covered boxes and sashiko kits." Marie summed it up by saying, "Inspiring interior, big assortment, and a warm and helpful staff who always make you feel at home. They are the best." I really look forward to the day when I can visit Osa and Annalie and the rest of her team at Quilt Passion. Until then, thank you to everyone who shared the comments about the store and to quilt shops everywhere who inspire us and make us feel at home. To thank everyone for joining us this week, we have a really fun giveaway. And I'm going to clear this off so I can show you what it is. All right, so we are going to give one lucky winner the Glo and Go pattern, which again includes an add-on video to go with it. And there's a coupon in here so you get the video at no charge. You can make both the wrap. Bring it up so we can see it. You can make both the wrap and the bag using a 1/2 yard of Soft and Stable, so we've put in a 1/2 yard of that. We have a 1 yard package of fusible interfacing, a package of premium vinyl, Annie's premium vinyl, which is more than enough to make this. You'll have lots of leftovers for other projects too. A package of lightweight mesh, again you'll have leftovers of that. Some fold-over elastic, a 30-inch double slide zipper, which is again to make enough to make 2 of the bags. There aren't any zippers on the wrap. A 1 yard package of strapping, and a package of sliders. So again, note that Soft and Stable comes in black or white, as does strapping. Mesh and fold-over elastic come in 14 colors. 30-inch zippers come in 48 colors. And 1-inch sliders come in black metal, antique brass, or nickel. So if you have a preference for which color you'd like, please let Trevor know when he reaches out to let you know that you've won. And here's what you need to do to win. And remember, you need to do this on Facebook. We haven't figured out a way to make it work easily on YouTube. So the first thing that we ask you to do is leave us a comment. Tell us something you learned in today's presentation. Tell us which ByAnnie pattern we showed today you'd like to make next, whether you're going to make it for yourself or as a gift for someone special. Do you have any ideas for future Facebook Live episodes? And of course, we also enjoy learning any special tips you have or ideas for new patterns. The second thing that we ask that you do is tag a friend, because we really want to spread the word about our weekly Facebook Lives, so please share it with someone who you think would enjoy these. And to tag someone, all you need to do is type the @ symbol followed by their name. Their picture and name will pop up so you can make sure you've got the right person. If you do, click on that, add your comment, and submit it. We are going to pick winners from comments made by midnight Mountain Time tonight, so you've got about 9 more hours to watch and comment. And finally, remember to check your Facebook messages, because Trevor will notify our winner and ask you to email your shipping address. And again, you can let him know then which color of Soft and Stable zippers, mesh, and fold-over elastic and strapping you'd like. Thank you again to everyone who joined us today. We will be back next week at 2 p.m. Mountain Time with another fun episode of Live with Annie. We're going to be continuing our discussion of gift ideas, and we're going to focus on even quicker, easier gifts to make. So we've got some fun ideas to share, so be sure to join us then. And until then, happy stitching.